There is one problem that I see come up again and again with new sewers and new people to patchwork and quilting. And that is, how on earth am I supposed to sew an accurate 1/4 inch seam, an accurate seam? How am I supposed to sew a straight line? Because I can't, it goes all wobbly. Does that sound like you? Okay, so in all my years of teaching, there is one mistake that all the newbies make, and let me show you what that is. And if you can overcome that mistake, then it's very easy to rectify. So I'm going to show you exactly what the solution is as well. So let me switch over to the camera for my machine, just like that, so we can see. So isn't that cute fabric with little dogs on it? So the one mistake that all newbies make when they start stitching with a machine, when they're new to sewing, whether it's sewing or patchwork, is when they are stitching, they are looking at the needle here. Now, when you look at the needle, you are not keeping an eye on where the fabric is going. So the fabric will start moving and wobbling about all over the place. Somewhere, and I'm sure somebody scientific will tell me this, because the needle is going up and down at speed, your eyes are trying to keep up with that, and where it just ends up with a not accurate seam. Yeah. So this is how you overcome that. And by the way, when you are your sewing machine is designed for that needle to go up and down on the spot. It's not actually going anywhere. It's not moving your fabric. So with your needle going up and down on the spot, nothing else is happening to it. So you do not need to watch it. You can breathe a sigh of relief. You do not need to keep an eye on your needle. Woohoo! So what is moving your fabric underneath here, if I take that foot off, is the feed dogs underneath here. So as we sew, those move, and that is what is moving the fabric for you. So you don't need to worry about all of that. The machine will do it all on its own. What you do need to do though, is when you place your fabric underneath your foot, so wherever you are lining your fabric up for your seam allowance, so let us just say for the purposes of this exercise, I am lining it up to the edge of my foot, and I know that is my correct seam allowance, whatever it is. Once I've put my foot down onto the fabric, and I know that is my seam allowance, my job now is to keep an eye on this side of the fabric here as it runs up against the foot. Can you see there in the middle of the screen? That is what you are concerned with, not the needle. You're concerned with the edge of the fabric and where it is going, that's not very good English, where it is going to, where it is lining up with. So if you have a seam allowance that's somewhere over on these little lines here, so if you didn't know, on your base plate you've got these little lines, and if you look closely you will see measurements on them. So if you need a particular seam allowance, say you are making an item of clothing and you need a wider seam allowance, you'll probably find it over here somewhere. So the same thing applies. We would move that over to, let's just say we've got a line that we're following here for a particular seam allowance. So the space between that line and our needle is the seam allowance. All our job is, having identified where that measurement is to make sure that we run this line, this edge of the fabric against that line that we've identified there. Okay, and that's all you have to do. That's the solution. So no more looking at the needle and making your eyes go a bit stir crazy. Lots of practicing looking at the edge of this fabric and making sure that as we're sewing, we're guiding it against that line or against the edge of the foot, wherever the edge of your seam allowance is. Okay, try it and see, and you will find that if you do that, you will have a very, very accurate seam. So I really, really hope that helps you. Do have a practice and do put a comment below, because I reply to everybody. I do read them all, and I do love to hear from everybody. We are building a community here on YouTube of all beginners at patchwork, quilting and sewing, and I'm here to help you get better at your craft and become the quilting queen that you know that you are. Hope that has helped today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe down below here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.